Hey guys, it's Bina, and in this video, I want to go over two new builds coming to Max Roll. I'll be writing the guide for the... If you have seen my previous video already, I had a Lightning Blast runemaster that I was working on. So I'm going to be writing the guide for this one as well. I killed Aberroth with this one. It is a fairly good build for Aberroth, actually. Very, very good mechanics, you know, like your range like this. You have like no problem with mana, you have no problem with damage, has really strong damage, good mechanics, good tankiness. You can tank the pizzas with Flame Ward. So this is going to be another really strong build. I think it will sit at A tier for the general gameplay. And then I have another build as well. So yeah, for people who were wondering if Mage is actually good, well, Mage is good. And I think Lightning Blast Spark Charge with the Fragment of the Enigma is one of the best builds for that. And next we have also another build that was sent to me by Rody. So Rody needs no introduction in the last Epoch community. He is the one that pretty much wins every hardcore race to 100, kind of every season. So when he told me that he had a Serpent venom build that killed the dummy in a few seconds, I was like, okay, this looks like a pretty interesting thing. Can you send me the planner? And so interesting fact as well, Rody is another French Canadian, so he lives like maybe like 15 minutes away from me. Found is quite interesting as well as a trivia fact, basically. So he sent me this planner with a few variants, and I tested it, and let me tell you something, this build absolutely slaps. I'm gonna have to archive the regular Swarmblade, like Lightning Swarmblade. Like, forget all about Lightning Swarmblade, and well, it's very hard to see the dummy's life for some reason here. Sometimes it's easier than others. Okay, let's see if we can find... well, you can kind of see it here. Okay, look at this dummy and how much damage it's taking. And the dummy is pretty much gone. So, this build is absolutely amazing. You have over 5k health. It scales vitality like crazy. So, I have two planners for you guys. These are going to be coming to Max Roll. I have not finished completely the Lightning, the Lightning Blast Runemaster planner. I don't have the endgame variant here. Serpent's Venom, I have. This one is going to be hard to optimize properly because it's very hard to test. And so I am not sure. Okay, the main mechanics of this build. Let's first talk about a history of this build, actually. Historically, this node was bugged in, I guess it was either 1.0 or 1.1. And it was giving you 4 different multipliers. So 2 of them which were at high health, and then 2 of them at regular health. So Serpent Venom damage per poison at high and low health, and then Frostbite at high and low health. And they were all stacking multiplicatively with one another. And now they fixed the bug to be only Serpent's Venom damage for poison and Frostbite, so you got 2 multipliers that do scale multiplicatively with each other. Alongside, so you're scaling this, you're scaling lots of poison stacks, Frostbite stacks, vitality, crit chance. These are all multipliers that you're stacking. And then once they fixed these nodes, there was this sort of thing around it that people thought it was bad at that point. I mean, maybe the addition of stuff like items like scissors, items like Weaver's Gift, which gives you damage leech from damage over time, then Mantle of the Pale Ox for like tankiness as well, and then the Brewmaster Buckle with 14 vitality. Like, all of these new items kind of make, they certainly take a good portion of the reason why this build is now as good as it is, but I probably think this would have been good last patch even. Certainly, like, it did not need to have that sort of aura around it where people thought that it was like not playable or like not good anymore. Of course, it went from basically one-shotting regular Aberroth in like half a second to I don't know what it was. I did not play this last patch. So this is kind of like a build that resurfaces, kind of like Hydrahedron a little bit, that was thought to be kind of dead, but it actually one of the best builds. And this one will end up being in S tier because it's just so much damage. It's tanky enough, although it is dual wielding. There are certain variants that you could do. going with, like, instead of Peak of the Mountain, going Seed of Yggdrasil to get more tankiness, especially versus dots and stuff like that. Since you're going to be a rage build that, you know, you could make great use of Seed of Yggdrasil in here. You could go with Bastion of Honor. Like, there's many different things that you could do. But yeah, this is a new build that will be coming up on Maxroll very, very soon. I'll be writing these up probably during the weekend. I just wanted to let you guys know what is going on and what is the new stuff that is popping up during the season. I have killed Aberroth with this one as well. Took me about like 3 minutes something. Excellent build. Of course, as you get the better and better items. So things like Weaver items are pretty hard to get with all the proper stats. But the only stat that you really need on this one is going to be the melee crit chance. So yeah, that's what my kill was. It was with like a 1 affix scissor and a 1 affix Weaver's gift. So pretty insane, actually. I wasn't expecting crazy S tier builds to resurface during the mid-season, especially after so much testing that we've done prior to this season. But here we are, and Aspirational Planner. This build can actually make good use of Immortal Vise and Shattered Worlds, since you're scaling your multiplier of a crit chance. But I will have the links to these planners down in the description below, even though the Lightning Blast Runemaster, basically I still need to work on the planner, but it gives you a fairly good idea of what is going on with this one. So Serpent Venom will probably stay this way. There's a few things that I need to figure out what is actually the best way, because you want to scale both your poison stacks and frostbite stacks kind of like in an equal way to get the most damage out of it. But the build has just so much damage that it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But yeah, do you go for this poison chance? Do you go for this frostbite node? Do you convert your thorn totems to frostbites? Like, do you go for the attack speed? Do you go for more storm orb frequency? Like, small little changes. Maybe some passives in here. Do you go for the spell poison chance rather than going for the attack speed, crit chance? Do you go for this node here? A few little things that keep bugging me a little bit, because I kind of like when a build is properly min-maxed. But yeah, overall, extremely strong, extremely good, and look forward to it. S tier build and an A tier build with the Lightning Blast Runemaster. But this one is, you know, like very close to S, but like not S really. So that's gonna be it. Just want to let you guys know what is coming up for the next few days and during the weekend, and expect these. These are already up on the tier list, by the way. So if you go to endgame and corruption tier list, there's gonna be Serpent Venom coming. There's gonna be runemaster, Lightning Blast, and there is also a new build. If you haven't looked at the tier list recently, Javelin, Time Rod, Void Knight, extremely strong. Time Rod is just absolutely amazing, with whichever skill that you use it with, but Javelin especially makes it very, very, very good. So that is pretty much it. I guess I'll see you guys all in the next video, and I hope you've been enjoying season 2. Bye.